All right, so boom, this happened last weekend, right? This past weekend in my state, North Carolina. There were a bunch of MOPARs that pulled up to a Buffalo Wild Wings, right? There had been a huge MOPAR meet that day. So there was Chargers, Challengers, Durangos, Jeeps, Rams, the whole nine, MOPAR, everything. Pulled up to a Buffalo Wild Wings to eat and, you know, kick it or whatever, right? After the meet. So the police pulled up. Police didn't pull up and make their presence known. They didn't have their lights, their sirens and all that stuff. They wasn't there to pull up on anybody particular. They parked in a completely separate parking lot adjacent to the Buffalo Wild Wings. And what were they doing? They put the drone in the air. They put the drone in the air, and they had the drone circling the Buffalo Wild Wings, looking at all of the license plates, the make and models of all the MOPARs, to see if any of the cars were stolen, reported stolen, if any of these cars have been involved in a high-speed chase, to see if any of these cars have been involved in a takeover, and maybe they were looking for them. And the purpose of that was to get the license plate, the make and model on camera so that they could come back at a later date and seize the car and potentially arrest the owner. Cops are not playing, man. They're getting smart, or smarter than they already are. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Knockout 360 here with another video, man. So you can tell I'm in a house that makes it a house vlog. You know how it's going down. When I come around, let's get into it. Car content, car shows, car reviews, car meets, anything and everything car related happens on this channel. So if you're into that, make sure that you stick around because you're in the right place. For everyone else, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know what's coming out and when it's coming out. So I'm not even gonna waste your time. Let's just watch this video. Shout out to my man Red Eye Rod. He's up in the Raleigh area. I think he's got two red eyes, a Charger and the Challenger. Make sure you go to his page and follow him and subscribe to his channel, man. This was his video that he took in Alamance or Burlington, North Carolina. So I think it's right above Alamance and right outside of Greensboro before you get to the Raleigh-Durham area, right? So he decided to pull up to him and his squad pulled up to Buffalo Wild Wings. For you that don't know, that's a chicken wing spot. I don't know who doesn't know, but if you're uninitiated, it's a chicken wing spot. Everybody had been outside that day. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. I've got a video coming this week, and you'll see how everybody was outside. Chargers, Challengers, it was MOPAR, you know, bonanza. Everyone was outside. And I'm sure the police knew this as well. I'm sure they knew that it was going to be MOPAR heaven out there for the whole weekend or whatever, at least for that day. So they go to a Buffalo Wild Wings, and I think it was him and a bunch of MOPARs, right? And, well, let's just get into the video. I'm not even going to waste your time.
Man, if y'all don't know what they doing out here, man, they got the drone in the sky in back of the unit. In the sky. He proud of his job. Tell him, what you doing? You acting with it? He acting with it.
Y'all slipping is what y'all
Y'all slipping? Man, yo.
Look at all over the license plate. Now, the footage is grainy as hell, but I'm sure that they can make that out.
And they here taking pictures of the cars, the faces.
But they've got, this looks like a 20-inch, 25, 30-inch, 35-inch television or monitor in the back of the cruiser.
Yeah.
And
this is interesting.
I got the drone in the air. He said y'all slipping, which in this case y'all would be. So to my understanding, what happened was, you know, my squad or whatever, those guys up there, Red Eye Rod, and like I said, go to his page, follow him, subscribe to his YouTube channel. I think he's got a YouTube channel. Subscribe to him. They pulled up to Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't know if they were getting active or not on the highway, because if you're from North Carolina, you know that there's a big highway. What is that? 85 going from Charlotte to Greensboro to Raleigh and Durham and all that stuff, and that'll even take you into Virginia or whatever, or you can go the opposite way, and that'll take you to Atlanta. But so I don't know if they were getting active or something like that. Maybe somebody called. I don't think that was the case. But a bunch of MOPARs pulled up to the Buffalo Wild Wings parking lot. And obviously, you know how we do. We park in a line. We park together, whatever the case may be. The police probably knew that there was going to be a heavy MOPAR presence this whole weekend, you know, at least that whole day, because there was a big MOPAR meet that took place that Saturday. It was huge. I mean, you had a lot of MOPARs, to say the least, probably the most that I've ever seen in a long time, at least. So they knew that we were going to be out there. So they pull up to the Buffalo Wild Wings. They park. The police pull up. Like I said, the police does not make their presence known. No lights, no sirens. They wasn't running up on anybody. Parked in a parking lot that was adjacent to the Buffalo Wild Wings. Put the drone in the air. Now, I knew that police have drones. I've seen them in action plenty of times. In Charlotte, on television, on YouTube, whatever the case may be. But it was just interesting to see that they were doing it this way because based on what he was telling me, that's how they tag certain car owners. So they're not going to run up on you at the moment. It's just one of those things where we're going to do some reconnaissance. We're going to get your make and model. We're going to get your license plate. And if your car was reported stolen or something like that, then we got the guys. Or if it's a situation where you ran from us, right? High speed chase, you were involved in some sort of street takeover situation, we're going to get your make, model, license plate and pull up at your house later on and seize your car and potentially take you to jail. You know, as opposed to just having to, you know, because I think in the past, a lot of police departments had that technology where they would ride through the a particular like a store or parking lot or what am I thinking, like a shopping center or something like that, and it was just reading all the license plates. Yeah, like they would have a car that would drive through the shopping center or the mall or whatever the case may be, a heavily congested parking lot, and it would just have a camera that's basically taking images of, I guess, you know, dozens, if not hundreds, of license plates at one time. And it's one of those things where they're just checking if this person has warrants or if this person has an illegal, a stolen car. You know, if this car has been reported stolen. You know what I'm saying? That's how they're tagging owners now, is by using the drone to locate your car or a car that has been stolen or a car that was involved in a crime of some sort. And maybe at the time they just wasn't able to catch you. For instance, if like I took off on a cop or something like that and he wasn't able to get my license plate, but he did get the description of my car, black wide body Charger Hellcat with the white stripe. And here I am at Buffalo Wild Wings getting me a 24 piece with some curly fries and a beer. And I'm sitting here chilling. Unbeknownst to me, the police got the drone up there, right? And it's getting everything that they need on my car. And it's one of those things where they pop up to my house later on. The jig is up. Come out with your hands up. They got us. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're doing right now. Now, I don't know what kind of drone they're using, because if you know anything about drones, and I've had 2 drones in the past, they're really loud. And seeing how close he was getting to these cars, like, you would be able to see and hear these drones from a mile away, because they're extremely loud. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, because of the propellers are really loud. I don't know what kind of drones they're using. Maybe they're using some sort of specialty drones that are specific to, you know, law enforcement or something like that. But if you know anything about drones, they're really loud. So like, you can't hide that. So you can be as far away as you want to. You're still going to hear and see that drone and see that it's filming all of the cars in the parking lot, which me personally would raise my antennas, because it's like, who the hell is filming all of these cars? So, you know, that would be my biggest concern there, is just the fact that it, you know, you're losing that surprise effect. You know what I'm saying? Being able to be covert with the drone or whatever. But other than that, man, that's how they're getting a lot of new guys nowadays. Not new guys, but that's how they're getting guys. Like, they're using all means of technology to get these guys off the street, which in the case of stolen vehicles, I'm cool with, right? If you're using a drone to recover somebody's car that's been stolen, I'm cool with that all day long. Even if somebody committed a crime, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's a violent crime or a drug-related crime or something like that, yeah, get that person off the street. But it's just interesting that, you know, it takes a parking lot full of MOPARs at a Buffalo Wild Wings, and, you know, you as a law enforcement officer, you see that, and it's like, oh, we need to put a drone up and see how many of these cars have stolen or how many have been in crimes. Which, you know, that sucks, but that's the reality, because our cars at one point or another, I don't know if they still are, was top 5 most stolen cars. So it's one of those things, like, if you see a bunch of MOPARs, there's a chance that somebody's car was stolen. Like, I'll give you an example. We were on our way to this big car meet this past weekend, and out of nowhere, 2 or 3 Hellcats just came and tried to block and break our lineup, because we had a line of people coming from Charlotte going to Greensboro or whatever the case may be. And out of nowhere, all 3 of these Hellcats, one was Hellcat, 2 were probably Scats, tried to break up our line, and all 3 of these cars had paper tags, 30-day tags. Which, listen, it's real possible that all 3 of these guys just bought their car 30 days ago, and they just haven't put a legitimate tag on their car. But you and I both know what type of situation that is. 9 times out of 10, those 3 cars were stolen, and they don't give a damn about them, and they were trying to have some fun on a highway going towards a meet. So in that sense, I'm cool with police doing that. It just sucks that, you know, when we pull up to a Buffalo Wild Wings, that's when police say, oh, okay, there's automatically some sort of crime going on here. Let me check out what's going on. You know, let me see what's going on. But that's what we're dealing with too. So if you see a random drone above your car and you don't see any kids playing around with their drones, or your cameraman with the drone, that's probably police. And he's probably checking to see if your car is stolen, or if you've been involved in some sort of crime of some sort. So I just thought that was interesting, man, to see that that police officer doing that, and to see that he was, you know, he was cool about it. He was like, yeah, this is what we do. Y'all are slipping. You know, we catching y'all slipping, which in that case you were. You know what I'm saying? But as always, guys, like, subscribe, comment. It's been your boy Knockout 360. Real quick video, man. Nothing big here. I just thought that was interesting. Go to my man Red Eye Rod's Instagram page. Follow him. I think he's got a YouTube channel as well. If he does, it's probably linked on his Instagram as well. So check him out there. He's up in Raleigh. He's got 2 Hellcats, if I'm not mistaken. Not 1, but 2. 2. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing his thing. So check him out. Show him love. As always, it's been your boy Knockout. I'm out of here. I already said that. Peace.